Hi everybody, I hope you're all alright and you've had a brilliant week so far. So today this is going to be your art lesson, which is going to come out tomorrow. So first, before we start on today's art lesson, I just want to say how amazed I was with your rainbows of Africa. They were brilliant. So I've got 3 on my slide here that I thought we should look at because they were really, really good. So our first one in the top at the left, that was done by Iris, and she found some brilliant pictures. I especially liked how she'd done the South African cricket team because that's something I never would have thought about before. And then the one at the bottom, that's done by Bee. And I really like Bee because she did the outfits from Africa and she found all the different clothes that use the different colours. And I thought that was a really good idea. It was something a little bit different because it shows how you can take some of the ideas that I give you and you can turn them into your own, can't you? And then the one on the right, that one's by Theo. And I thought that was amazing because he made it and look like it was on the plains of Africa with the giraffe at the front and a sunset going behind. So I was really impressed with all of them. Well done, everybody. So today we're going to look at patterns in Africa and we're going to learn about patterns and how they can be seen in nature. So before we start, we're going to look at what a pattern is. I'm sure some of you already know. So a pattern is a repeated design, which is like the photos at the side. So you can see the pineapples, they're all the same going across. And they're usually used to decorate things. So you might see them on fabric, or I've got some dinosaurs on my phone case that's a pattern. So before we start properly, I want you to go on a little mini task. And I want you to try and find something in your house that has a pattern on it. So you can go with whoever you're with, who can help you try and find something. I want you to pause the video and go and have a look to see if you can find something with a pattern on. So I'll let you pause it. So I'm sure you managed to find something brilliant with a pattern on. And if you want to, you can when you send your work in to me, you'll have to send a photo of the thing you found with a pattern on so that I can see. I'm sure you found some really interesting things. So now we know what a pattern is, we're going to look at patterns in nature. And we're going to look at animal patterns. Now, the first pattern that I thought of for an animal was a zebra. So zebras have got black and white stripes, and that's a pattern because they go along in stripes and it's all repeating. It might be a little bit random, but they're always black then white. Or are they white then black? You'll have to Google that and see if they're white with black stripes or black with white stripes. Because I think they're white with black stripes, but I might be wrong. The next animal I thought of was a giraffe. So they're one of the tallest animals in the world, and they're seen in Africa on the plains as well. And they've got a really nice splodgy pattern, which is random again, but it does still look like a pattern because it's all similar shapes and always the similar colours. Then the next one I thought of was a leopard, which I think people forget when they think of African animals, but they're really quite cool leopards. And they've got this leopard print, which I'm sure you've seen on fabric before because it's really popular. And you can see they've got the black and the browns, and that looks really pretty. Then some of your mummies and daddies might not like this one. It's a snake, because people don't like snakes very much, but I thought it had a really cool pattern on it. And you don't always think of snakes as having patterns, do you? So you can see on his back, he's got lots of different shapes on there, but they're all going along in a similar pattern. And then the last thing I thought of isn't really a land animal. It's something that lives in the sea, and it's a turtle. Because I never thought of a turtle as having a pattern, but its shell is a pattern. So you might look at a turtle, because you can see it's got all the different shapes on his shell. So all of these patterns are quite brown and blacks and whites, aren't they? They're not really jazzy colours. They're all quite dull. And I wonder if you can pause the video and tell whoever you're with why you think that might be. So I'm going to give you a chance to pause now. So I'm sure you came back and found that it might have been because of camouflage. So all of these animals have to try and camouflage in the wild. So the zebras and the giraffes might camouflage so that they can hide away from their predators like lions. So they can hide in the grasslands. And then some of the animals like the leopards and the snake might want to camouflage so they can hide from their prey, so they can catch them really easily. And that's something that the predators might do. And that's why all of the patterns, they're all quite dull so they can blend in. They're not bright colours like our rainbow. So what we're going to do for our lesson, we're going to look at our colours from last week, which I'm sure you can all remember because you did some brilliant songs, and your dance as well, Ellie, that was brilliant. And I know Theo learnt it signing as well. So for our lesson this week, we're going to look at turning our animal patterns into jazzy animal patterns using our colours. So I've got an example on my slides, and I picked my favourite colours to turn the zebra into. I chose the zebra pattern, and I chose pink and purple.